back to the channel, guys. Another day, another blessings, another adventurous trip, and the road again. I'm back on the road again. So let's travel together and see what's out there for us. Okay? Thanks for coming. Traveling from north to south, traveling from Harbordale to Winter Haven, through Winter Haven to Sebring, from Sebring to Lake Placid, from Lake Placid to what's this other place name? To it's south. New Haven. New Haven to Miami. About 3.5 hours road trip. Yes, my peeps. So as we drive down these roads and areas, let's talk about a topic, faith. The Bible talks about measures of faith. The Bible talks about growing faith. It talks about little faith. Faith as a grain of mustard seed. Strong faith. Great faith. In one case, Jesus said there's no greater faith than what's here in Israel. Talk about the faith of people. How much faith do you have? Do you believe in yourself? Do you have faith in yourself? Do you have faith in people? Do you have faith in God? Yes. Faith is now, not tomorrow, not yesterday. Faith is now. And I believe as you determine what faith is and understand faith, it will help you to develop strong will, strong faith to believe for the impossible. When you find yourself at a crossroad and you don't know whether you should go left or right, then you're going to start thinking about your decision. And the decision will determine how much faith you have in your own self. If I go right, what will happen? If I go left, what will happen? What if I go straight? And so you tell yourself, I'm going to take the chance, which is faith, step of faith, to do that which I don't even know how it's going to turn out. But I can say that the more step of faith you take, is the stronger you become. Because things that you did not understand and know about, by taking that step of faith, you will now know how to act, how to work, how to move. The more you go through the trials of life by faith, is the more you understand that you become stronger and stronger each day. It has to be action when it comes to faith, because it says faith without work is dead. The more action you take towards life without fear and more faith, is the better life becomes, because you now can face things that you know it will take faith to face those things. And so a lot of times when you see people doing, like you would say, the impossible, that is impossible, I couldn't do that. You don't know how many times they try and maybe fail, but they don't let their failure stop them or determine their future. It's like going on a journey and you don't exactly know where you're going per se, but you know you want to get to this place, and it's already charted out that I'm going to New York or going to an island, but I never been there before. But I just want to take off and go. It takes faith. It does not take knowing. It takes faith. Because if you know, then that's not faith. Abraham, when God says, leave your people and go out there. Now, one of the things that happened with Abraham, I think he was comfortable where he was. But because he trusts God and he has faith in God, he decided to take his family and, and head on out. He did not know what was going to happen. He did not know if life was going to be great or it's going to be messy. And he took the step of faith because he realized that the God he served, was able to take care of him. So, just imagine, you don't have faith in God, you don't know nothing about God, and out of the blue, God show up and say, I am God, and I just want you to do this, I want you to do that. And you never have any connection with God, and you just say, you know what, I think I'm just gonna take that step of faith and see what happens. It takes courage, number one, to have faith, because you don't know what is gonna happen, but you feel strongly in your guts that, you know what, I'm just gonna see whatever happen, but I'm gonna take off. You could analyze, you could plan, you could do a lot of, search and research and whatever about, things, and yet you end up not knowing what it's gonna be like, although you plan. But you have guts, that godly faith to say, you know what, I'm gonna jump. And when you do that, you realize, oh, it was not that bad at all. It was not bad. It was not that bad. And you say, I'm so glad, because look at what happened. Look at the result. What if I didn't? Yeah? What if I did not? So I would say to anyone who are looking forward to take a step of faith, to don't hesitate. Wow, that rhyme. Step of faith, don't hesitate, because it's gonna be great. Some people say fake it to make it. Well, that's one part of it, but you're not faking anything here. You're just taking the step of faith to know that it's gonna be great. That's what it's all about when you say, I'm gonna take a step of faith, because you're looking at the possibility, not the impossibility. You're looking at what you know you want to see happen. And so you said to yourself, this is what I want to happen, and I'm going to make it happen. I'm traveling, and I'm going to make sure, regardless of what I face, I'm going to go through it. and you say, with God's help. That's where now you bring God into the picture. Because you're saying to yourself, I cannot do it alone by myself. But with God, all things are possible. Yeah. There are people who, went into business not knowing what it was going to turn out to be. Relationship. Never know what it will turn out to be, but they take the step of faith, trusting that whatever they set out to do, it will be accomplished. Just imagine a person start a business, do all the necessary things. You plan, you research, put everything in place, have the right people in place, and the right tools, the right whatever it is to get that business going. You don't know what is going to be the next 5 years, but you try your best to do everything about it, and you realize, okay, I'm going to do it. Okay, I am willing. I felt in my gut that this is something that I want to do. And so you step up. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you stay going. And 5th year comes, you start having some struggle. Is your faith still strong in that 5th year? Because of now you find struggle. Will you say, okay, I'm giving up because I don't think I can go no further, and look at what happened? No, if your faith is still strong, you can say, well, I came this far by faith, and I'm going to keep on by faith. And you decided that you have to keep on keeping on. You might have people come around you and they said, man, you've been getting up beaten. Why you keep on going? What happened? Give it up. Don't you see things like that? Well, there's what you call season. And maybe that season, it's a down season. But that doesn't mean you're going to give up. You got to trust the process. And so as you keep on going, keep on moving, you realize, I see a light at the end of the tunnel. You should not allow anyone or anything cause you to faith to fail. No, you don't want to be, oh, you have me to fail. You want to hear, man, I have not seen such great faith in the person. Yeah, in relationship, it takes courage, it takes faith, it takes a lot to keep our relationship going. And because you have two different mindsets. It's not like you have animal and you got a dog or a cat or whatever, and you're doing all the preparation and all that. You have two persons who working in different mindset, and sometimes it can be challenging. Yeah, very challenging. It can be. But at the same time, you don't have to throw in the towel and say, because it's challenging, you're gonna throw in the towel. No, 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 no. You're going to say, you know what? I made it in the 6 months. I made it in the 5 years. I made it in the 10 years. I made it. And so I'm in my 20 years now. So what's the difference? Well, it's not that there's a difference sometimes. It's just that you may feel exhausted. So that's why when you come to those times that you take a break. What I mean by taking a break? Take a break from the marriage? No, 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 no. You sit down and you begin to analyze the pros and the cons. And you begin to say to yourself, I reached this far by faith, and whatever I've done in the past to reach here, I'm going to continue to do the same thing and more. Change the dynamics. Start change up some stuff that not really working as how it should work or how it was working. And say to yourself, I'm going to put some new emphasis in it, some new power to this thing. Yeah. And maybe you and your spouse, significant other can sit down and discuss things that you weren't doing before. Got to stop at this place here. Seems like this is a West Indian store and see what they have here. Yeah, this is in the northwest of Florida area. Beautiful place. Let me check them out, see what they have here. Guys, stay tuned. Listen, I'm gonna cut this video right here and I'm gonna get back with you guys on the topic. Okay, thank you.